I'm telling you, by the end we're done with this book. uh, um, Either you will come out, I don't know, like furious in terms of because some kind of veil, will be lifted up off of your eyes or something, or more, or numb because of why is it that some of us know that truth, like your question you just asked, but nothing seems to change, and like what is even the end goal of all these things? Like you can confused. You can come out of this thing confused, or you can come out of after we're done with the whole book, uh, more grounded and more mature in terms of because knowledge is it's very powerful. Knowledge is a deadly weapon. Like when you know, it's so dangerous that it can be either dangerous to yourself or dangerous to people around you. So knowledge by itself is a very powerful thing. So you can come out after this book as a wise man, somebody who knows, like more restrained, more focused, more aware, and stronger, where you have an inner strength that just shrugs off the stupidity or naivete of what is going on around you. So there are a few ways you can come out of this at the end of this book. For me, I am training myself to become the third part of what I just described, where I know what is going on. I'm aware of. I can see the ideology. I can see the game that is being played. I can understand those little things. It is a very uncomfortable. It is a very uncomfortable place to be because it's so isolating. It makes you feel lonely. Like you will have friends. Of course, you have friends, you have family, you have people around you and everything. Of course. And you can discuss things like that with them and all that and have different perspectives. That's true. But what you do know, like deep inside, because of the research you've done, because of the information you have discovered, because of a lot of things. So your worldview becomes very unique, and you become very, very, especially when I look at your nature, you're not very confrontational. You're not antagonistic. That is just the demeanor that I see from you. So which makes the third part of what I described more likely that this is where you will end up in terms of it will be difficult for people to understand your perspective. It will be difficult for people to even understand you. So, and it makes you, I'm describing personal experience, it makes you feel like either you don't belong, or or is there something wrong? It just confuses you in terms of like, why aren't people seeing this thing? Wow. And that has applied in my life in many areas where I had information and the know-how and struggle to understand why it's not so obvious for other people. Like, why is that like, a normal thing, like a routine, like that's how it's always been, that's how it will always be, right? So, and it is very uncomfortable. So the challenge now is how you will live with that and what you will do with that. So that is basically where I myself am, which also means, like, of course, you'll be open to listen to people, because the arrogance can come in. Knowledge can also bring arrogance in terms if you're not humble enough to tell yourself that you don't really know. Because the more you know, the more you understand that you don't really know. And that is what made Socrates a very great philosopher. Because that was his mantra when he took down the state and all the sophists, the people who thought they knew everything. And he genuinely thought he didn't know, because the more he knew, the more he realized that he really didn't know anything. And therefore he would challenge people who thought they knew and show them that they actually don't know anything. And that is a good place to be. A very, very good place to be. To be aware of your knowledge of some things, and at the same time that, oh man, there's just so much you don't know. Like, wow, I really don't know anything. So you see, it can be, it's I don't know how to describe it, but it's, for me, I love to be in that space because it helps me be grounded, still be a human, and not be arrogant, to really know that I still have a lot to learn. Even though I know, compared to the average person, I do know something, but compared to knowledge itself, or what I should know or I will still have to learn, I am not even like at, I am way, way, way at the very, very lowest end of it, you know. So it's a very good place to be. So at the end of this book, you have to figure, you know, you will see how you will find your own. Yeah, but it's fascinating. It's just, for me, I just believe knowledge is more important than anything, like even material stuff, you know, money or anything like that. That will come. We need that to live. But if there was a choice between being ignorant, because people, there's again a saying, I don't know how true that is, ignorance is bliss. So if there was really a choice between ignorance and knowledge, I don't think I would rather be in bliss, you know, like ignorance. Especially when I belong to a group of people whose ignorance, quote unquote, because again we have to define what we mean by that, has been used against them, you know. So I will just go with the knowledge part.